Hi, Phyllis here from southernfrugal.com. Alright, you know what we're going to do? We're going to try making some old-fashioned banana pudding in the Vitamix. And this is why I think this will work. Because you can make soup and it heats it up to almost the boiling point. And that's really all I need for the old-fashioned banana pudding. Now I don't use instant pudding. I've heated my milk. This is 2 cups up in the microwave to just before boiling. I've got 3 egg yolks, half a cup of sugar, 1/3 of a cup of just regular all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to use a little dash of salt, vanilla extract, and I've got my, let me find the box, vanilla wafers. Now they give the recipe now for the original vanilla wafer banana pudding, and I'll have to tell you, I got to show you this, I got to tell on them, right? Here's my copy of that, and this one calls for 4 eggs separated. So, and this is probably from the 1960s is my guess on the box. And so anyway, I've gone ahead and I'm just using 3 eggs also, because you really don't need that 4th egg. And the egg whites we're going to use for the meringue, and I'm going to try my best to do those in my other little beaker. Let me show you. The one you use to grind up nuts and everything, just because it's got to be totally clean. There can't be any grease or oil or anything in the little beaker, and I don't want to have to wash this one out, so I'm just going to use this one and try to make the meringue in this one. Alright, wish me luck. Here goes. Alright, so to start with, I think I'm going to go ahead and just put everything in except for the hot milk. I'm going to kind of mix the eggs and the sugar up first. Alright, let me get a little spatula. My egg yolks broke a little bit when I dumped them in. Alright, so that's 3 egg yolks. One-half cup of sugar. Just dump that right in. I'm going to go ahead and put the vanilla extract in. Want really just half a teaspoon, but I'm going to put about 3/4 of a teaspoon vanilla extract. Did I already do the salt? I can't remember. A couple of dashes of salt. I'm going to go ahead and put the butter right in, just like it is. And this is 1/3 cup of all-purpose flour. I'm going to dump that right in. If this doesn't work, y'all are going to get to see it right on the video, because I'm not going to change anything. Alright, so the first thing I want to do, probably, and think of this as sort of similar to making the soup, and that's really what gave me the idea. So I'm going to really not have the lid on now, because I'm going to be pouring this hot milk in there. So I'm going to turn it on variable speed and just turn it on. I want it splashing up. Now I'm going to add my milk. It's on variable speed 2. Turn it up and let it run for probably 1.5 minutes maybe. Alright, here we go. Back about 1.5 minutes. Okay, I think this has worked, because the volume was way up here and then it went way, way down. And it's very hot, so I'm going to check the temperature of it. It's been really about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. Okay, let's see what temperature is. Going to be up to 190 90 degrees. And that's more than enough time. Oh, it smells great. Okay, back up. All right, it worked. Now, I'm hoping my meringue will work the same way, but if it doesn't, you know, I'm prepared to mix it up with the mixer. But anyway, this pudding has definitely gotten thick. Can y'all see that? And it's definitely done. You only have to get, for the eggs to be safe, I think you only have to get up to 160 degrees. Let me get my spatula. I think I'm going to actually mix this just a little bit more, just for the heck of it, you know? All right, let's go maybe 30 more seconds. That will do it. We're going to go ahead and slice up our bananas. Now, obviously, making the pudding definitely works in the Vitamix because it heats it up, you know, at a high enough temperature, and it thickens it up, so that part worked. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and cut up my bananas and start lining my little vanilla wafers. To do is dump the pudding over that and make a couple of layers. I really don't like doing all those layers. I really prefer to just go ahead and do all the bananas in at once and dump that pudding over them. Now I did line the bottom with the vanilla wafers. Alright, this is like a bonanza as far as making a banana pudding from scratch, because that's what takes so long when you're making it from scratch, is you have to cook the pudding on the stove, and that takes, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes. This just took like probably less than 5 minutes, more like 3 minutes really. Alright, I'm so thrilled. Now I'm really hoping this other little beaker that you use for grinding up wheat and all that, I'm really hoping that will work. And I know the pudding works, so I'm thinking coconut cream pie, lemon meringue pie, chocolate pie, you know, in like 5 minutes from scratch. Wouldn't that be wonderful? All right, we've about got all of our bananas sliced up in here. All right, now I'm just going to dump all the pudding right over this, and I've already got my oven preheated to 375 degrees for when we put it in the oven to make the meringue. All right, we're ready to dump this out now. It smells great. Now I'm using my spatula because I know it's going to, look at that, perfectly smooth pudding. Now you want the pudding, when you're making banana pudding, you know, to be a little more runny than if you were making like a coconut cream pie, because you're going to have the vanilla wafers in there, which are going to soak up some of the moisture. All right, that pudding looks great. I'm not going to taste of it because it's so hot. But anyway, there it is. Alright, now we need to line the top with some of the vanilla wafers, and we'll actually put some down the side too, just to make it look good. Now it's interesting how much these vanilla wafers cost now compared to years ago. I mean, it's just unreal, the cost of them now. Let's get that one down there. Just putting a few on the side. Alright, now I'm going to put some right on top. And what I usually do with the vanilla wafers is it only takes half a bag for old-fashioned banana pudding. And so what I do is just freeze the rest of them, and then next time I want to make a pudding, I don't have to buy the box, you know? So these will go in the freezer, and I go ahead and put them, leave them in the original box, of course, so I know what it is. And then they're ready for next time, and they'll stay fresh that way. All right. Now we're ready to see if this meringue thing is going to work in the Vitamix. And I have no idea whether it'll work or not, because I've certainly never tried it. But if it doesn't work, what I'll do is just pour it out in a bowl and use my electric mixer. All right, I'm going to sit that in there. And I've got 3 egg whites. I'm just going to dump those in. And I'm going to go ahead and put in the vanilla, about a half a teaspoon. A little dash of salt, just a dash. 1/4 cup of sugar. And to that, I'm going to add some cornstarch, about a teaspoon. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't have any cream of tartar, but I actually think the cornstarch works better, to tell you the truth. Just put that in. All right, here it goes. I'm going to see if this is going to work, and I sure hope it does. All right, so I'm just going to start it out on a low speed. Let me move in closer. Let's see if this is going to work. All right, let me move those out of the way so you can see better. All right, so 3 egg whites, 1/4 cup of just regular sugar, about a half a teaspoon of vanilla, a dash of salt, and that's about a good teaspoon of cornstarch. All right, we're ready. Now, I don't want these to cook in there. I want it to fluff them up, like meringue. All right, here goes. Let me put this down. All right, I'm going to start out on 1. Cut it on first. Turn it all the way up. All right, I don't know if this is working or not. I'm going to get my mixer out just in case. Go ahead and get this out just in case it doesn't work. So if it hadn't started forming little peaks, I'm going to dump it out in a bowl and go ahead and beat it that way. We're still going to give it a little bit of a chance. Let's see. I do see some foam forming in there, so we're going to try it again a little more. All right, hold on. I'm going to have to beat it with the mixer. It is a little foamy, but it's also getting a little warm. So I'm going to dump this in a bowl and finish beating it with the mixer. So we'll be back. Okay, the meringue didn't work out so good in the Vitamix. I did have to use a mixer, and then it still didn't do well. So I'm going to go ahead and use it anyway. Yeah, it will stand up in peaks, but it isn't real good. So I'm just going to dump this on here. And it'll be kind of a flat meringue, really. So the pudding works great in the Vitamix. The meringue, not so much. But that's okay, because the savings of time with the pudding in the Vitamix is definitely worth it. But you see, the meringue, not so much, right? All right, so I'm going to bake this at 375 for probably 10-15 minutes till the meringue starts getting a little brown, and we'll be back. Okay, here's the banana pudding. I just took it out of the oven. Now, the meringue didn't turn out so good in the Vitamix, but boy, that pudding sure worked and made it a lot quicker. Now, I'm going to leave a link down below from the first old-fashioned banana pudding video I did. Oh, it's been probably a year or so ago now. Anyway, this one was much faster, but again, you just can't make that meringue in that little Vitamix container, apparently. But anyway, it still cut the time probably in half, being able to do the pudding in the Vitamix. All right, y'all, we will see y'all next time.